Start. The Fulbright Company presents.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to.
Go.
Okay, so,
No.
love you. See you soon. Bye.
June 7th, 1995, 1:15 a.m. That's better. Okay. So basically, we arrive at this old mansion where our family used to live, but no one is home, and we don't know why. We have to find out where they are. So we can see it's a rainy night. Alright, so let's try to find some clues. So our name is Caitlin Greenbrier. We are in Portland. And we just came back. Oh, a Germany flag. Alright, probably been there. So there's a note here. Hold right mouse or left shift to look closer. Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it is impossible. Please, please don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. Well, I'm sorry, dear person. That's exactly what we will do. So I don't want anyone or mom and dad to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you. Sam. So, gotta find out who Sam is. We can grab stuff. We can also well, I'm gonna show you. You can grab stuff and just examine all the objects. But I must say that most of the times it's useless. There's nothing to see on that glass, so but anyway, it's there. Oh yeah, it's locked. Alright, let's grab that Christmas stock. I already knew that the house key was there. Sorry about that. I already tried the game a little bit, but not that much. Press 1 or hide to check the contents of your backpack. So here we are, Caitlin Greenbrier, born on December 73. Departure from Amsterdam. So we left Netherlands to come back to United States, and we have the house key. There is also the map. It goes purple when you are in that room. And the journals. That is a little bit creepy. Let's try to turn on some lights. Alright. So what clue can we gather? Directions to work from new house. Harbor Hill. 1 hour, 10 minutes. Alright. So they moved. Just wonder if they moved to another house or this mansion is the house where they moved to. Front wall, open folder. So we moved from Darren's Greenbrier, alright. That is, I don't know, I guess the father or someone related, because guys will discover, we moved from Forest Grove to Boone County, from Drag Creek Road to Arbor Hill. So Arbor Hill, sorry about that, is the new house, and that was on August '94. So it's been a year now.
Dear Katie,
oh,
so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm at a new school. And my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
alright, so we just learned that Sam is our sister. So that's always good to know. And we can read back all the journal's entries. So there's a Nothor magazine. Probably someone interested in writing here. I'm sorry about this. So like I said, you can interact with many things in the house, like flush the toilet. But I mean, it's useless. It's there. Doesn't serve the story. Sparkle, green apple, and soap. Alright. Oh. I have a dog on Cole's 17th birthday. Happy birthday, Sam. Uncle. Alright, so we have an uncle named Harvey, and it was Sam's 17th birthday. Forestry Service, Janice Greenbrier, Senior Conservationist, thank you. Maybe the mother, we'll find out. Nothing else here. Katie's departure. Oh, see. So this is the trip I made. I went to Amsterdam, London, Paris, Zurich, Milan. Alright, interesting. Just gonna close the door. Doesn't change anything. Alright, let's turn that on. Sam, Danielle from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Danielle is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. Alright. Play messages.
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam. Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
That gave me goosebumps. It is creepy.
So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
And that was me. Alright. Oh, a family picture. Sam, Katie, Mom and Dad, Jan and Terry's. Here we go, we have our confirmation. These are our parents. So, I guess this is Sam. This is me. And these are the parents. Alright, fair enough. Welcome, new student. Goodfellow High School. Alright.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Right.
Alright, so people in town know this house. And they call it the Psycho House. So, it is interesting. I saw here, it's a postcard we sent from Paris. I'm in Paris. Hey mom, dad and Sam, I'm in Paris. I've done many Parisian things, including eating le petit déjeuner and wearing a beret. I'm going to have lots of film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company, since you are my favorite sister. Love you all, Katie. Oh, so Arbor Hill. Weird. Yeah, new address. Okay. But I saw something interesting here. Oscar Doug Mason. Oscar Mason, 60, of Boone County, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Mason was born on September 8, 1933, in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone County to practice. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside his house. His survivors include his nephew, Terence Greenbrier, as well as, in spirit, the people of Boone County. Alright, so someone died, and it's talking about his in the house. So I'm wondering if, I mean, it would make sense that he died in this home, this house. This auto. No idea what that is. Alright, let's continue. It is really dark in here. Alright, it looks like someone has trouble to do something. I would say writing, since we saw the author magazine. And there's like a writing machine here. A disc player. From the pen of Terence Greenbrier. Alright, so we are in Terrence's office. And it looks like he is throwing what he writes in the garbage because he don't like it. Doesn't like it. Oh, secret hidden compartment. Read letter. Arbor Hill, Boone County. Oh, so this is the address we are. And this is where we lived before. 1972. This is an old letter. Dear Terence, I write on what I hope and imagine is a joyous occasion. News reaches me that you are newly married to a wonderful young woman. I have had more than a little time to consider my past and my family and my thoughts. I have often lingered on your development and welfare in the 10 years since we last met. Your marriage gives me much reassurance in this regard. You are always welcome on Arbor Hill. I will understand if you feel you accept this invitation. Well, a little bit hard to read, but we are there. Yours very sincerely, Oscar, Miss Anne. So, Oscar is our uncle. He was living in this house. That's all I wanted to know. Alright, alright. Good painting. Okay. We don't have that combination yet. Electrical inspection form in the house, in the mansion. Does the entire electrical system meet local codes? Yes. Are there any deficiencies which need correcting? Unclear. Yeah, alright. Already looks strange. Wiring in a house is technically up to safety and amperage requirements. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added into structure over the last 100 years. System is frequently unpredictable. Lights blink out for no clear reason. Pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupts circuits wired directly behind the surface. Properly reworking the electrical system will be highly destructive to the walls, floor, and fixtures of the structure. After discussion with Mr. Greenbrier, since there are no current safety concern, issues will not be addressed. Alright. So they have lights popping on and off, but they don't know why. Interesting, interesting. The killing of GFK, a theory. You've seen the movie, discovered it through. Alright. Fresh magazine. Oh, wait, no. What was it written? Grab. That's second book. Alright, so Terrence Real book. The Accidental Paria. A message from our future saved the president's life once, but within the next 24 hours there will be another attempt, and the lines of communication are down. A stranger under my roof. Alright. They have problem with teenagers. I guess it's not me. I was gone for the year, so probably with Sam. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting for the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non-sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of a home theater aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take a or shot on his say-so, you should write him a nice note thanking him for his passions and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Alright, so Terrence was writing for the Home Theater Aficionado magazine, but it seems like his stuff is not likable. And I'm hearing wood cracking. Really creepy house. Alright, nothing more to see here. I think that game is really cool. They wrote a really nice story, like the whole background is cool. And the game itself looks nice. Now, I was watching a review of this game, and the guy was saying that it's the kind of game you either love or hate. There's not really an in-between state. The X-Files. A lot of stuff on this. Alright, I want to tell you something. During the whole game, you find cassettes like this that you can put in a player, but it's always like grunge music. Since this is an ASMR video meant for relaxation, and since I don't want to have any copyright issues, I'm not gonna put them in because they're not relevant to the story. But if you play the game, it can always be interesting. The accidental savior, so I guess this is the first one. Alright. That's when he got the invitation to write for Aficionado magazine. Oh my god, old VHS tape. I remember this. And you show a VHS tape to a kid nowadays, and he will look at you with a big face, not knowing what the hell is that. Imagine if you try to explain that you have to rewind the tape before watching it. Sam thought this might help that making friends. Alright, so Sam definitely
You know
has
that
issues.
feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them. Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform. She's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Alright, so again a reference to video games. We know she likes it. And there's a girl she seems to find enjoyable. Poltergeist. And someone is studying ghosts and paranormal activities. His father, our father, received a Pioneer CLDD 703 unit. Samantha Greenbrier. Greenbrier. Alright. Oh, another here. Hey, are you the new girl? Sam, I'm Tommy. I'm at the back behind you. If you get this in right back. Hi Tommy, yes, I'm Samantha, and yes, I'm the new. What's up? I just thought that since you're new, maybe you could use a friend. I don't have a lot of friends either, so I thought I'd ask something if you don't mind. Do you mind? No, I don't mind. What did you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went psycho? Does it run in the family? Oh, well, now I understand why this Tommy guy doesn't have any friend. They say the uncle went psycho, so I'm kind of eager to learn what he did. That Uncle Oscar. For history manual. Oh, that's never good. A box full of your book. Another one full of your other book. Alright. I've never wrote a novel before, but I guess it can be frustrating if it doesn't sell. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Thank you for having Danny over to your new home. Oh, Danny. Yeah, that's the weirdo. The note we had by the phone saying that he's a total weirdo, but she was her friend just because he had Nintendo games. Yes, missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave my permission. Oh, so now Samantha can play Street Fighting.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Alright, so she really doesn't like the what's her name? What's his name? Danny? David? Oh god, I already forgot. I'm so lost sometimes. Daniel. Alright. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I write you to inform you that, unfortunately, Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up, The Accidental Paria. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first. Ouch. So it makes sense that the letters here with all the shooter classes. Terrence probably drank his sorrow. Okay, so it definitely has trouble to write. Gonna need for you, Adrian Rollini. I won't press play the record, or I'll get any copyright issues. Oh, homework on reproductive system. And she wrote a story. Alright. So I think we're done here. So far we learned the background of the family. I don't know much about the mother yet. But she must work for the forest because of the book and our ID card. But we know definitely a lot more about Samantha and Terrence. and Dad. Sorry about the stuff that's missing. Sam. Alright, what is missing? Loney. Who's Loney? So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home. So hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to. And we can meet in the parking lot. Yep, I'm totally in. Oh, and they're gonna play Street Fighter. Alright. Oh, so this is the girl she was interested in. Playing Street Fighter, I guess. Lonely.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Alright, so Loney, the new girl. And she seems fun. She's not judging Samantha because she lives in the psycho house. So I mean that's cool. Kids and teenagers are really good to judge and be mean. So when you find someone that's cool to you, I mean it's always good. They're already ahead of the game. Dear Chan, so good to hear from you again. Did you just hear what I just heard? I heard a voice. Damn, that gave me again goosebumps. Anyway, it's so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. Remember the little dorm room we shared freshman year when we were miserable fantasizing about our dream homes? I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look, we got both. Somebody up there likes you. I could use some of that magic. Send me some little numbers. I'll play them. Seriously. But I shouldn't be complaining about this good old split level we had since Bob got transferred to Winnipeg. Oh, they're in Winnipeg. We just got new vinyl siding. Jealous yet? Let me know if you ever want to trade places. How are the girls doing? Has Katie left on her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous. Right back soon. I miss you. Rumi. Carol. Alright, so Carol was Janice. Rumi. Caitlin Greenbrier, first place, so we're good in sports. '91, Caitlin, first place, long jump event. Mexico. Alright. Oh, it's locked. Alright guys, so we basically just did the first floor. Well, the ground level. And we learned a lot about the whole family background. Why there's notes on Darren's office. He has trouble with writing. We learned about Samantha, a little bit about us. Well, me, Caitlin. Now I kind of want to know more about Janice, and I want to understand why this is a psycho house. I mean, we heard like wood planks cracking, and I'm pretty sure I heard a voice, so it's a bit creepy, but we don't know much more. Pretty sure we will learn a lot on the second floor, but that, guys, will be in the second video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you relaxed, and maybe